once we go live. Wait, we are live now. Hey, everyone. Oh, Zella is already here. Thank you so much for being here. And join me live is Lisa Bayer. And hey, everyone, thank you so much for being here. And welcome to the weekly Facebook live show of Classroom Without Walls, using technology to reimagine education. My name is and I'm the host of this weekly show. I created this show because I believe our society has changed a lot. Social media and the technology play a huge role in our society. I really want to take advantage of the power of technology and social media to create a virtual space for us to be teachers and students at the same time and to learn from each other. On this show, we discuss topics related to social media, technology, education, and innovation. I interview leading professionals and educators, such as Lisa Bayer, to come to my show and to share their life experience. So today, I'm so honored to have Lisa join us live from Florida. And Lisa is a PR and a social media expert, an influencer, an author, a speaker, and an educator. And she's also a digital wellness expert. And this is going to be the focus of our discussion today, to discuss digital detox, why to do it, and how to do it. Lisa has just completed her yoga training, and I had the honor to take her yoga class when I was attending the Social Media Marketing World Conference in San Diego, which is amazing. And definitely check out her class if you can. So Lisa, thank you so much for joining us live and to share digital detox with us. Look forward to learning from you, and welcome to the show.
Thank you, so much. I'm so happy to be here and talking about this topic that I'm very passionate about.
Oh, thank you. Thank you so much. Do you want to add anything to something from your personal life or anything else you want to share that I didn't mention?
Yeah, you know what? Let me grab, I meant to bring over, hold on one sec.
And when I was attending the social media conference in San Diego, I got a copy of Lisa's Social PR Secrets. I'm in the middle of reading that book. It's a great book, and I'm so happy to hear that the new edition is coming out soon. And today we are going to do a giveaway of Lisa's book.
Yeah, so here's Social PR Secrets. It's the 3rd edition, and the 4th edition, I think you were just saying, is coming out in a week or two. And yeah, the way that I kind of came up with this passionate concept of digital wellness was when I was writing the 1st edition of Social PR Secrets. And I realized that you have to really disconnect to tap into your creativity and to be the most productive, and to have all this clutter in your mind really just things take longer to accomplish. And sometimes you don't even get to the end point. You get sidetracked, you get distracted, you think multitasking is a good thing, and it's really a bad thing. So it was when I was actually writing Social PR Secrets is when I came up with the idea to write the book Digital Detox Secrets. I didn't have the title then. I just knew that I had this aha moment that if you're working in the social media space like we are, digital marketers, social media marketers, public relations practitioners, I mean, really, even educators, we're teaching an online class. I mean, we're just, we have how many screens in front of us during the day?
Multiple. Like 20 plus.
Right. I have my iPhone behind me. I have my iPad right here. I have my laptop right here. So we're just surrounded by digital things and digital information. So it's, I felt like there was a need, and we needed to have this kind of path to keeping our sanity and keeping our wellness and really holding on to that. So that's how I came up with the idea. My background is really public relations, social media marketing, and SEO. And I've been practicing yoga for about 15 years, maybe a little bit more. And
I didn't know that.
Yeah. And so when I decided I wanted to write the book, I thought, you know what, everything that I know, it's just a little bit what I've learned from different classes and reading different books and my own practices, but I wanted to take a deeper dive and get my certification for yoga. So that would be my firsthand knowledge from all these different unbelievable teachers that helped me get my certification, to put the yoga certification as part of the wellness. And then for the entrepreneurs and marketers that are watching today or watching, on the recording, I can relate because I'm sitting in your seat. And so putting the two together, hopefully I can give some inspiration and shine some light in an area that maybe, our peers can't grasp yet.
Oh, that's amazing. I love how we are flowing here. I didn't even ask you any question. You just dived into my first question, which is truly amazing. I also want to give some love to the people who are joining us live. And hey, Bracken, thank you so much. We went to graduate school together. And Susanna, oh, thank you. She's from Hungary. Oh, thank you so much for joining us. And Samantha, oh my goodness, the Twitter queen. Thank you. Thank you so much. And she's a speaker at Social Media Marketing World. Oh, thank you so much for being here. And if you can also type in the comments where you are joining us from, that will be greatly appreciated. I just love our global community here. It is truly amazing. Oh, thank you for sharing.
Oh, yeah, good. Thank you. Thanks, Samantha.
Yeah,
I mean,
maybe you can also
spread the word.
Go ahead.
No.
Yeah, that would be great. Yeah. If you can share the link with us, that would be great. I want to learn more about this Women's Inspire Network group. That sounds fascinating. And Suzanne is here. Thank you for joining us. And Zala is here. Thank you.
Yeah, disconnect letter. Definitely.
Yes, absolutely. Absolutely.
Hi, Maria.
Maria's, yes. And did I miss everyone? Oh, Tressa is here, my dear friend Tressa. Oh, thank you so much. Tressa is another amazing PR practitioner. And
hey, Tressa, my dad actually used to live in the Ozarks. I used to go there every summer.
Oh, wow. From Egypt.
In Missouri.
Oh, hey.
Egypt. Hi.
That's awesome. That's awesome. Yeah. Oh,
we're taking the Digital Detox Secrets global.
Yes, absolutely. And I'm going to pin the Be Live link in the comment section on Facebook. Okay, everyone. So if you want to join Lisa and I live or say hi to Lisa, this is your chance, okay, to say hi to an amazing PR practitioner. And simply click on the link, and I'm going to allow you to be on the show. Okay, I'm going to pin the link in a second. And also, as I promised you, we are going to give a free giveaway of Lisa's book. And she has 2 books that are coming, right? Social PR Secrets and Digital Detox Secrets. Is it coming? Or
yeah, that one won't be available until the end of summer, but whoever wins will pass it on, and I'll also send a 4th edition. So
exactly. Yes, whatever. So for you to win a copy of Lisa's book, and you simply need to share our interview with your social media friends on your personal Facebook page, so that more people can come and join us and check out Lisa's wisdom, everything that she has to share. So just make sure you do that, and I will randomly select a winner to win a copy of Lisa's book. Sounds good?
Awesome.
Give me some heart if this sounds good to you. Hi, Beverly and Dots. Thank you so much. And my friend from Egypt is saying hi to you.
Thanks, everybody, for joining.
Yeah. Do you want to mention the title again, Lisa?
Sure. So my book that's already out is called Social PR Secrets. And the book that I'm in the process of finishing and publishing is called Digital Detox Secrets. Maybe we can write it in the comments.
Yeah. So one is...
If you go to digitaldetoxsecrets.com, you can sign up to be notified when it's going to be available.
It's awesome. And maybe when you have a chance, you can insert the link into the comments section, Lisa, so people can check it out. And I myself definitely want to subscribe to the list. Yeah. Digital Detox Secrets.
Yep, I'll put it in the comments right now.
Yes. So make sure you share our interview, everyone, okay? And I hope some of you can be the lucky winner. I'm looking forward to it. So you kind of discussed your personal like career shift from what you do as a PR practitioner to including digital life wellness. So why do you think this is such an important topic, Lisa? And why people need to care about this? Do you see this as kind of a trend that is coming as more and more people are so connected to the screen? And can you briefly explain that?
Yes. I mean, I think that it's meaning I have a 15-year-old daughter, and as a parent of a 15-year-old, we're the first generation parents where our children have been brought up from the time they were born until now 100% digital, and having basically, growing up on an iPad, now having an iPhone. So it's challenging to be a parent. It's challenging to be growing up in this digital world, and it's challenging to work in social media and have the responsibility of, pretty much expected to be online 24/7 and multiple devices. It's scary. I mean, we don't really have any history to say, oh, well, this is how they did it, and this is how they balanced, and this is how they managed it. So I just saw a real need for some sort of, ways that we can tap into to detox our mind and keep a work-life balance so that we're not 100% basically glued to our screen and not having real-life conversations, breathing. I mean, there's studies that show that when we receive a notification, whether it's an email notification or a Facebook notification or Snapchat notification, we hold our breath until we actually read it. So it's robbing us from breath and life and conversation and time away from our family. So we have to find balance.
Yeah.
Figure out a way to not freak out when we don't have our digital devices around us.
Yeah. Last week when I had Julia McCoy on my show, we were talking about FOMO and fear of missing out and how we suffer from that. And she introduced a really cool new concept to me, which is called JOMO, joy of missing out. I just love it. Yeah. Replace FOMO with JOMO, I think sounds much healthier so we can be more present. Yeah.
Exactly. I mean, it's almost like we've talked ourselves into that we're on this 24/7 reality show where every second of our life, we have to either be watching what's happening in real time to somebody else or sharing in real time what's happening. And there's a difference between, I agree with the whole, documenting your life, but it doesn't have to be every minute of your life. It could be snippets of your life that can show what's happening, but it doesn't have to be every second. And you don't have to know what's happening every second of anybody else's life too.
That's right. That's like so 100%. Yeah. Yeah. And when I was really a few years ago, Snapchat was so popular. I was basically snapping every single moment of my life. And my husband, my children, they were like, are you crazy? I was like, whatever is happening, I said, okay, I need to wipe my phone. I need to share this, to the extent that I'm ignoring people in my real life. And I stopped that, and definitely like much better. Yeah.
Right. I mean, we're worrying about sharing what we're eating. We're worried about sharing where we are, what we're seeing, and then we miss out on actually seeing and being present in that moment. So you can get caught up, and it doesn't have to be that every second that you have downtime that you're like, okay, I have downtime, let me look at my phone.
Yeah.
It's hard to resist that.
Yeah. This is great. This is a great transition too. So we kind of discussed the why, and now we are really going to get into the how. I know everyone is waiting for this part. How can we do it? This sounds really great. And so you are a contributing author to the Search Engine Journal, and one of your articles you talked about 7 spiritual laws of social media success. I just love that article. I think the 7 laws you listed are so great. And can you please explain what each means and how can we apply it to our everyday life?
Yeah, so the article is actually based on the book by Deepak Chopra called The Seven Spiritual Laws of Success. So if you haven't read this, I highly recommend it. It's a super easy read. And I just basically took, the 7 spiritual laws of success and applied them to our social media business, social media marketing. And if you really kind of break it down. So the first law is the law of potential. And the law of potential just looks at, okay, so are you being your true self and are you being true to your audience? And if you answer yes to those two things, then you have more potential. And that might mean, I use the example in the article, when Adele was at the Grammys and she kind of screwed up and she stopped and got herself together and then started over again. And that really like hit home with the audience. Like they were like, wow, like she's a real person. And it made her performance even come across as better. So it's okay, that type of thing happens. And so putting together that, what's your potential? If you're trying to fake it until you make it, then you're not really showing your audience your true potential, and you're not really connecting in that way. Does that make sense?
Yes, definitely.
And so, I mean, most artists, if they were Adele, they would have maybe just kept going, even though they screwed up, and not regained their composure. So, really looking at that. And so the next one is called the law of giving. And, I'm a big believer in, if you want to get, you have to give first. Giving away what you expect to receive, it's going to increase your chances. And I mean, who's, in public relations here, or, understands the concept of, being able to, if you're trying to get a journalist to cover a story for you, if they've never heard of you and so you ask for something, you're probably not going to get it. So sharing your content, sharing, giving, it's going to come back.
Yeah, I love those. Yes.
So those are 2 out of the 7. Next is the law of karma. So it's kind of like what goes around comes around. Deepak Chopra says, like it or not, everything that is happening at this moment is a result of the choices that we've made in the past. So it ties in with the giving, but if you're good and you're giving off, let's say, from a customer service issue or a social customer service issue, if you're able to really resolve an issue with that might happen, a complaint or something on Twitter, and you're able to resolve it, you can turn that customer around and make them your biggest fan. And that's good karma. Then, versus maybe handling it not the best way possible, ignoring the situation, that's going to eventually snowball into bad, negative karma.
Yeah. Oh, those are really great. I just share the link to this article as Lisa's talking about this. So you guys definitely check out that article. Yeah.
Oh, good. Okay. Yeah. So karma, the law of karma, that's one of the spiritual laws, the law of least effort. So I love this one because, I mean, do you remember when people were saying, oh, we have to publish on our blog every single day. And, when you're trying to just put out as much stuff as possible, whether it's social media content or press releases, it ends up getting, people don't really they stop paying attention. So when you're doing less, it equals more. So quality over quantity, right?
I just love that when I hear that, everyone listen to this. Doing less means more. And this is like, I think as a content creator, like many people join us live are social media marketers, content creators. We really suffer from that. We feel like the urge to produce content constantly, you mentioned blogging every day on every single social platform. So it just feels so refreshing and so comforting to hear that, knowing that it is okay. Yes.
It is the least effort. And so basically to do less and accomplish more, that is possible. But we're kind of going through this process of learning social media because we're all in this revolution together, right? And we're all thinking, okay, we just have to output as much as possible. But really when you stop and figure out, okay, what's the most important thing that I need to do? What is getting the most results, and then eliminate everything else, all that busy work, you'll see that
if you don't mind,
will end up working even more.
Exactly. Can you share with us, sorry to interrupt you, like what are some of your personal secrets to this, like doing less means doing more. I saw several people commenting on this. They really love this. So what are some tactics that we can apply so that we can actually practice this, doing less, like how can we produce more quality work, and what is quality work? So how can we make that happen and apply to our life? I just love it.
Well, one of the things that I do is, I try to take breaks, which it seems very basic, but even today, I was telling you before we went live that my daughter had a doctor's appointment. My day was pretty, like there was a lot going on. I didn't really have any time to just sit and get one big thing done. And I really wanted to be as refreshed as possible for this. So even though I had 15 minutes just before, I could have just, looked up the article or, did something, really quick that I wasn't able to do. But I literally I put my yoga mat on my office floor and I put on, I love this app called Beautify. And that's one way that we can, have technology, use technology and not let technology use us. So use apps that can like help you get into a Zen or zone moment. So I put on Beautify for 8 minutes, and like on the 9th minute, and I laid on my yoga mat and I just listened to this guided meditation. On the 9th minute, I stopped it and I came on and I was so refreshed to come and talk to you versus kind of doing busy work for 8 minutes and just trying to answer some emails and maybe not. Then I'd come on here and I wouldn't be as fresh as I feel. I feel fresher because of that. So sometimes, it's trying to get everything done isn't the answer. Just do one thing that's of the best quality versus 10 things.
Oh, yes, definitely. This hustling 24/7. Thank you for joining us, Darren from UK. It is just so true. Yes. Oh, that's like, can you please share the app? I'm not familiar with the app. Maybe you can type in the comment section so we can.
Yep, I'll put it in right now and I'll show you on my phone too. I love this app.
Does anyone in the audience know this app or use this app to help you become more focused? And let me know. And don't forget, I saw a bunch of people who just joined us live. So please share our interview on your social Facebook channel so that you can win a copy.
Okay, so this is what it looks like. And it's really cool because it has the wheel. And I'm just going to read you some of the things. So it's, what are you doing right now? So I picked the one that says work break. And then it opens up to that. And there's several tracks, if you can see it. Can you see it?
Yeah.
Yeah. And so some of the work tracks say ready, motivate, network. So the motivate one is 6 minutes long. The ready one is 8 minutes long. And I did the ready one right before this.
Wow.
And one of the techniques it went over is called, it's a nano technique, and it's the acronym STOP, which stands for smile, touch, like get yourself grounded. One breath. So making sure that, right?
Yeah,
you're breathing, you're taking that one breath, and then being present. And right now I'm 100% here. I'm, blocking everything else out. I'm not looking at my phone. I'm not answering emails. I'm trying not to look at what's happening in the chat, even though if you want to ask a question, I'm right here. I'm just 100% present. And that's like super challenging right now to do in this digital world, is to be 100% present in what we're doing.
Oh yeah, it is absolutely 100% so true. Every single point you mentioned, I can like relate so much. Yeah. Let's keep going. We're sorry to interrupt you. Like, which point were we at?
Okay, so we're right now. I'm going to go on to the law of intention, and I love this one because it's talking about like change can happen because of two things: attention and intention. So you might have the best intentions to get XYZ done, but if your attention is not on that intention, you're not going to get that done, right? So putting attention with intention each day and making sure that those two match up. It's kind of like in social media how we're measuring all these different things, but we're not really measuring what matters. And we're looking at engagement, but really what matters is, let's say, website visits, and the two don't add up. So, making sure that your attention is matching your intention.
Wow, that's gold. Can you say that again? Like attention, intention. That's like really good.
Attention matches your intention. So if you wake up in the morning and your intention is that you're going to get this blog post done or you're going to create some visuals, but then you start checking Facebook and then you got over to Twitter and then, all these different things happen. At the end of the day, your attention was not on what you really intended to do. Right?
Wow. That's amazing.
Yeah. I mean, there's different ways. Buddhify, right?
By the way, Darren already purchased this app. He's already. Thank you.
So
tell us how much you like it. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm a huge fan of Buddhify. I mean, there's tons of other meditation apps, and I have others on my phone. I also use Calm, is another meditation app that I like a lot, and I have Deepak Chopra's. And Deepak Chopra and Oprah, they have an app that is awesome that I'll sometimes listen to some of their meditations, but they're guided meditations when I'm driving my daughter to school. So it's not like I'm falling asleep, but they're just like very motivational and remind you of keeping things in check and keeping yourself in check. Our minds can, if we're not staying focused on keeping our minds clear, and we can actually you can only have one thought at a time. So imagine if you're doing 10 different things, it's one thought at a time. It's almost like you're drunk. You're not getting anything done.
Yeah. Like so many of my people, including myself, we try to like pretend that we were so good at multitasking doing this. So you were saying that is kind of like an illusion. We think we were so good at it, but we were actually not as productive as we assumed. Is that right, Lisa?
Oh, yeah. I mean, there's lots of studies that show that multitasking is basically, you might as well stay up all night and not sleep at all and try to do something, or it's like the equivalent of smoking a lot of pot, and not, hi.
We have a visitor. Hey, Andy, thank you so much for joining us live. You are on the show with me and Lisa Buyer. Yes.
I think I gave him the wrong link by mistake. Andy works with me and he couldn't find us. Sorry.
I'm so sorry. I was confused. This is I accidentally, because my show is always on my public page, but somehow this time I schedule on my personal page. I'm sure quite a few people are confused. So I apologize, guys. Sorry about that.
See you on your personal page.
Is it okay if Andy joins us? Okay. I don't know what happened.
What? He left?
I don't know. So where should I tell him to watch it? Is it on your personal or?
No, we are on our personal page. Like where he is, it's good. He should come back.
Okay.
Andy, if you are watching this, please come back. You are at the right spot.
Okay. Hold on. I'm going to tell him he can come back on.
Yeah. Oh, this is great. I really love every single point that you mentioned. I'm myself definitely going to check this. As we're talking about this, Lisa, I'm really curious to learn. Everyone is talking about morning routine, the miracle morning. So if you don't mind sharing with us, and what is your morning routine? Like, how do you start your day?
Okay, so I love this. So the days that I drive my daughter to school, it takes an hour to get there and back, like actually almost 2 hours round trip. And we have to leave at 6:30 in the morning. So I try to wake up at 4:30 and have just an hour and a half to myself where I light a candle. I love this. This is my favorite incense, and it's for the chakra, third eye energy center for concentration and intuition. So I light incense, I light a candle. I kind of sit in, just the candlelit room, and I have coffee. I meditate while my coffee is being made. That's what gets me through, when I turn on the coffee maker for it to start going, that 10 minutes it takes, I do one of the guided meditations. And then I have coffee, I write a little bit, and I try to just have that time to myself to kind of set up my day and get my thoughts and clear mind and everything. So that's how I start my day when I take my daughter to school. And if I don't take my daughter to school, then I have a little bit more time to dedicate maybe 2.5 hours to what I just said, to kind of, starting out and not getting right into it. Sometimes I'll drop her off and I'll do yoga. Sometimes I'll do yoga at lunch. It's hard for me to do yoga as much as I would want to during the day, during the week. So I try to do yoga every single weekend so that that's kind of like the bookmark of my week. So it's setting up my week. So I'm ending my week and starting my week on a good, clear mind. I'm clearing my mind for the end of the week. Yeah. Hi, Andy.
Hi. That's amazing. Hey, Andy, sorry about the miscommunication, but welcome back.
Thank you. I'm so happy to be here.
Andy just started working with me about almost a month ago, and he was one of my students at University of Florida too, majoring in public relations.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah, we also created that wall behind her that's very zen, and so Lisa
helped me.
She's very busy all the time, so we created this great wall for her to, remind herself to relax throughout her busy work day.
Can you see it? It's called the Zen wall.
That is so sweet. Yes, I can see it. I remember you did the Instagram story of your office. I love that. You have candles and the wall. Everything's like, wow.
Yeah.
Everyone in the audience, they're probably going to go back home and rearrange their office.
Yeah. And I mean, you don't have to have a big space to do it. I think it's really important that you feel good in your space. Even if it's just your desk space is clear or it's bright or it makes you feel good. I think putting yourself, my husband is not a very good example of this. His office is blank walls and it doesn't have any personal items, things that he really loves on the wall. And I think that it's kind of taking away his inspiration and motivation. I think it's important to love your space that you're working in. I'm trying to get him to redo it. How'd Andy go in there and help him?
That is so awesome. And I'm just so amazed to hear that you actually spend every day 2.5 to 2 hours just on yourself, being with yourself, getting yourself prepared for the day. That is amazing. I spend 5 minutes every day. Maybe not even 5 minutes. I just got up and I was like, wow, this is something I definitely need
It's
to
very
improve.
important to me. I mean, please don't get me wrong. I still get stressed out. I still have, anxiety, panic attacks and, get crazy. But I do definitely take that time in the morning. And, my husband sometimes gets annoyed because my alarm is going off at 4:30 and he doesn't necessarily want to be woken up at that time. But it's what I have to do. You have to, if I'm going to have my time to myself, then I have to wake up an extra hour early. It's just what you have to do.
Wow.
But go to sleep early too.
Yeah, I was about to ask, what time do you go to sleep?
I try to go to sleep between 10 and 11, and I try to take do the same thing at night where I have a buffer time. I don't usually get an hour, but maybe a half hour where I'll take a bath and I'll just kind of let it all go. It's not always perfect like that, please. I mean, I'm human and sometimes I have 2 or 3 glasses of wine instead of taking a bath. But no.
Yeah. But that's great. This is something I'm definitely really never thought about deeply. I'm definitely going to give this a try. Yeah. How about you, Andy? Do you have a morning routine?
Well, I actually took Lisa's recommendation. Even if it's just 10 minutes to just really be, in your thoughts and just calm before the storm, it really makes a difference. So, unfortunately, I go to the gym right away, but I try, before we head out that door to just either, whether it's in the car, before I go inside and start, making my protein shake after my workout, I just sit for 10 minutes and I just, I give thanks for the things that I have, and I clear my mind, and I
love that.
But you know what, Andy? Even just going to the gym he gets up at 5 a.m. and goes to the gym every day. That's meditation. That is a moving meditation. There is such thing as, no, seriously, there is such thing as moving meditation. If if you go to the gym, you have you're listening to your music and you're in your zone. That's the same thing. It's the same as somebody that is playing an instrument, or it's the same as somebody that, might, have a certain sport. They're playing football. When they're in their zone, if you're at the gym and that's your zone, that's your zone.
And that's a great way to start the day off before, especially working in social PR, everything, there's so much information every day that going to the gym is just that time where all you have to focus on is just getting a good workout in. I don't answer any emails. I don't look at anything. None of that, because that'll distract from your workout. So I just, no text messages, just completely focused on my workout.
Yeah. Oh, that's so true. Yeah. I love that comments. Yeah. And I also love these comments from Zella, you know, like it remind us that we are all human. Nobody's perfect. I think that's one thing with social media, because we tend to only see the highlights of each person's life. We feel like, wow, Lisa is perfect, Andy is perfect, this person is perfect, I'm not. And I think that's what give us like so much like anxieties and fear, just to feel like not good. And so I agree. Great point. Yeah.
Yes. I mean, it's across the board. I mean, I think it's harder for teenagers and maybe some college students that are still going through that maturing types of years that, you know, everybody seems perfect. They're only posting the best pictures. Their life looks perfect. I mean, it's a perfect storm for depression and anxiety. Whether even for adults, you know, that you're just watching everybody's life look so amazing, and it's just not. I mean, definitely things that, you know, my office looks amazing right now, but you know, if you look in that direction, it's not that amazing.
Yeah. I love that. Yeah, that's so true.
If we turn the camera to a different angle, it's not that perfect.
I know, like for me, just like when I go live, I just make sure my upper body is dressed really nicely. My lower, it's normally sweatpants and sleeveless. Yes, exactly. So everyone, if you are just joining us and remember this concept, JOMO, you know, joy of missing out. I really want to share this with everyone, you know, to use this to replace every time when you feel the pressure of FOMO, and think about JOMO, you know, be more present. Yeah. I have a follow-up question, Lisa. Like most people join the show live or watching the replay are social media marketers. So like, do you have some like tips for this segment of population? Because social media is what we do. You know, I teach social media classes. I use the social media to engage with my students and do my work. It's kind of my life there. So how can we like practice digital detox and being really mindful without jeopardizing, maybe this is a strong word, our work? So do you have any like tips for just this segment of population?
I do. And it can also be, you know, trickle over to other segments. But I think one of the things that you can do is segment your time and don't try to check email every 5 minutes. While you're writing, say, okay, this is my writing time for 2 hours, and turn off all notifications. It sounds very basic, but it's super hard to do. There's actually, you know, one of the things I like to say is like, you use your apps, don't let your apps use you. So there are apps that, there's this one app called Onward, ONWARD, that actually tracks and can limit your use of certain social media, like, you know, checking Facebook just once an hour or something like that. So,
is that right? Onward.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Wow, that's great. So this one tells you like how much time you are spending on each.
Yeah, it'll give you analytics by the day, by the week. I can look back I'll put it in the link, like what my analytics were. But yeah, and so it's surprising, you know, how much time maybe you're wasting on maybe personal stuff that is just, you're getting carried away in the news feed. So anyway, I think blocking your time, having one block creativity, then the next block, it's kind of mindless stuff, whether it's emails or it's a meeting, something that you're not having to be creative. So don't try to be 8 hours straight of creative or 8 hours straight of meetings. Break it up so that your mind gets a rest.
Oh yeah. Oh, absolutely. I'm just reading this Wang Sunk comment, and as soon as he wakes up, drink a cup of water and then check my phone. That's kind of me, you know. I wake up, I don't even drink water. I just grab my phone and say what's going on Twitter, social media, and then just kind of I
used to do that, but I stopped. I don't do that anymore. I mean, I do pick up my phone to see what time it is, but I don't check any messages or anything like that until I just have some time to relax, you know, meditate a little bit, have coffee, and then maybe, you know, then I start like maybe doing my to-do list or things like that. So I try not to get right into it. I try not to end my day on the phone and start it on the phone. But like I said, it's not perfect.
It's not, but those are great. Do you want to add anything, Andy? So those are some really great examples.
And then I guess, I mean, I would add just having an accountability partner, just bringing it back to an example. So me and Lisa would work at a shared workspace in downtown Orlando. And, you know, we would go over the things that had to get done for that day. And when she had to sit down and write, you know, that was her time. I said, you know, put your headphones on, you worry about just writing for 2 hours and I'll take care of the rest. And, you know, now if I had a question, I wouldn't bother her. I would just let her be. And then after those 2 hours, I'd say, okay, you know, now that you're free, let's go over this. But just kind of like holding her accountable to be like, hey, put your headphones on and like just start writing and I'll take care of everything. So just finding someone who could, you know, be that accountability partner for you to keep you on track.
You're the best coworker.
Yeah, that's so true. I mean, Andy is such a good influence, or having somebody like Andy that you can be accountable to. It could be anybody, you know, making sure that that person is on your team and helping you reach your goals.
Oh, wow, I love that. I love that. Everyone, we are just going to quickly wrap up here. If you have any last minute question for Lisa or Andy, please feel free to type your question in the comment section, okay? And if you just join us and if you share our interview, and you will have a chance to win a free copy of Lisa's book. And we mentioned some of the like tools that you use, Lisa. Actually, one of my questions is to ask you to recommend some really good like tools or apps for digital detox. So you mentioned tool. Are there any other apps that you use, you want to recommend to us like crazy social media marketers, including myself?
Yeah, so one that I love is called Shine Text. Have you heard of it?
No.
Okay, so I'll put the link in, but it's I get a text every day, and you answer a couple questions, and every morning I get a motivational text that is perfect for social media marketers. Here, I'll read you the one that I got today. It's just like, it's almost like it's artificial intelligence is what's controlling it. And it's almost like they know, I feel like they know me personally, like exactly what to say to help me. So today's text was.
Is that right, by the way? Shine on the screen? Shine text? I don't know if you can see. But
yes, that's correct.
Yeah.
Okay, good. Yeah, go ahead. Yeah.
And so this was my text I received today. Trying to be the best. Everything, Lisa, props, but know it's okay to let up on some areas in the name of self-care. Want to learn more and try it out? And then if I hit more, it sends me more information. So, and then the motivational thing for today was embrace all the feels. Another one, overwhelmed, that feeling when we tell a friend you can do it all, but you tell ourselves, do it all now, what? So it's a really good kind of checks and balance that you can just have like this personal friend that's called Shine Text kind of check in with you and remind you that you don't have to get everything done today, and it's still going to be okay.
Yeah. Oh, that's great. You are like amazing. I'm definitely going to check this out. It sounds like my cup of tea.
Yeah, if you like it, let me know, because I'm really addicted to it. The other thing that I love is different essential oils. Like this one is a lavender one, and it's called Stress Away. And so you just, when you're feeling stressed, you just go like that, and you actually feel better. Oh, so it's amazing what, instead of drinking wine, you can just take your essential oils and go like this, or you can have wine.
I love it. Both, right? Yeah. I love these comments from Kim, my dear friend. And she said that she has reduced the amount of time that she spent on like content consumption. And I think this was my number one struggle when I kind of started my social media journey. I was consuming and reading people's stories, and here and there, every single place you can see me. And I was so exhausted. My brain was so cluttered and so scattered. I had no energy to produce any original content. So I just love that. Like, I definitely cut back a lot on the things I consume. And that allows me to be more focused. Less is more, as you were talking about that earlier. So, yeah.
And you have to think of also, pick the right sources, because a lot of these sources that we're paying attention to in social media are saying the same thing. So it's just saying the same thing in a different way. So pick, Social Media Examiner, Search Engine Journal, maybe Tony Robbins for inspiration. Pick 3 or 4 or 5 solid sources that you're going to get the majority of your information that you need to know each day. Maybe it's you're subscribing to CNN breaking news just so you don't miss anything that's, the sky is falling type of information that you need to know.
That's amazing. Do you want to add anything, Andy?
As far as, just what I personally do just to make sure I'm not stressed, Bath and Body Works has this great lotion. It's called the Stress Relief. It's a whole line, and just like with the essential oils, like if I'm just a lot of things are going on, I'll just reach over and get a squirt of the lotion and just smell it, and it really does calm you. It does go a long way, because it's a little difficult to have a glass of wine at 1 o'clock in the afternoon, or 1 o'clock in the afternoon.
Yeah.
Unless you're on the Today Show or Kathy Lee and Hoda, then it's okay. You could have wine at 9 a.m. But so digital detox secrets, it's going to cover more than just these, types of topics. So I'm going to break the chapters in. I'm even going to have a chapter, for example, on parenting and teens. I'm going to have a chapter on skin. I'm interviewing Dr. Trevor, the spa doctor, next week for the book. And she wrote a book about organic skincare. And so, the impact, I'm going to talk about the impact of digital on your skin, the impact of digital on, your body. So it's going to go deeper into just these types of tips that we're talking about.
Wow, I personally, I cannot wait to read that book, Lisa. That sounds really amazing. And I love how you embrace this, because not many people in the digital space are talking about this at all. Everyone is talking about you need to be on every single channel. So hearing someone like you, an influencer, to really talk about this, I think is very encouraging for the rest of us to kind of follow, without being so affected by FOMO, but to embrace and to unplug, to be okay without feeling guilty. I think over the years, I built this guilt in my heart. Like if I'm not working, or if I was now hustling, or if I were now on my screen, I felt guilty. I was like, wait a minute, it's like, this is bad. So I love it that
I don't know if I said this in the yoga class that you went to at Social Media Marketing World, but this is one of the things that I open up my yoga classes with, is that you need to give yourself permission to be right where you are at that moment, and not worry about what's not getting done or what you're supposed to think you're supposed to be doing. So giving yourself permission to be unplugged and to spend this next 30 minutes, whatever you're doing, with your family, with yourself.
Yeah. Oh, that's amazing. Yeah. I don't know, Suzanne, is this a question? I'm not quite following the conversation in the comment section. So if this is a question, maybe you can give us a context you want Lisa to answer so that she can answer. I don't know.
My top 5 sources
for digital detox?
I was just saying to pick, don't listen to every single source or subscribe to everything, which Andy's going to help me. Please, I have to make it a point. Andy's going to help me go through my inbox and unsubscribe to the sources I don't care about, or not that I don't care about, but it's just like digital clutter. So, I mean, I would say from a social media standpoint, Social Media Examiner, Search Engine Journal. I think if you're in social media, you have to understand search marketing. You have to put the two together. And I see a lot of social media marketers that really aren't as educated as I think that they should be in search marketing and SEO. They don't have to be an SEO expert, but at least know the basics on how to optimize.
Yeah.
One of my sources is Deepak Chopra. I try to watch his live. I would follow him on Facebook Live. He's very inspirational. Another one of my sources that I already mentioned is Shine Text. And I also subscribe to CNN Breaking News. So those are for sure. When something comes up from any of those, I'm paying attention. Rush also is a very good source. There's a little bit of overlap with, those sources, but SEM Rush.
Yeah, those are great. It's like select a few and be focused and be more intentional with our content consumption. Yeah. I love how Darren is saying, I think he's downloading some of those apps that you mentioned. Yes.
Oh, good. Let me know what you think of them, and if you guys have any suggestions, I'm looking for sources for digital detox secrets. If you have a story about how you some of your secrets in a digital detox, or sources that you think I should include, please send them my way. I want to talk to you. I want to hear your story. And I want to hear of any sources that I should consider, because that's one thing I'm doing is I'm curating. Oh, Enrolled at me. I love that. Yes. I'm curating.
Unsubscribe you from like email list, something like that. I think I heard of it.
Yeah, perfect. It's great to mass unsubscribe. The only problem with it is that you put you pick ones that you want to be included in this magazine, like you get one email instead of 10. But then if you skip over reading that one email, then you're missing a lot of stuff. So, and it's like a catch-22. But one of the things I'm doing with Digital Detox Secrets is I'm curating products and sources, books, and I'm, trying to have it so that it's almost like this pocket guide to, finding your digital detox and making it easier. And I've tried it, and I believe in whether it's, maybe it's I like these certain mineral bath types of mixtures that I really love, and I believe that they really help. So I'll include those secrets in there, and products I like, for skin. It'll also be curated products and also tips, very actionable.
Yeah. Oh, this is great. I like this. Wong Sung said that he sometimes have no phone evening, and because I have two very young children, so I started to do this unplug during the weekend, at least when my children are awake, to be more present. I like best New Year resolution I have ever made. I love it. Yeah.
Good.
But to respect everyone's time, we are almost an hour, and so we're just wrapping up here. And Lisa, what is next for you, and how can we help you? And I think you kind of already mentioned your book, and so where can we learn more about your book? Can you share that link again, or mention it, because several people joined late for Digital Detox?
Sure, it's Digital Detox Secrets, and I'll put another link in the comments, or Andy, maybe you can do it if you can. So that's what I'm working on wrapping up. I teach a class at University of Florida, and I also have the agency that Andy works with me, the Buyer Group. So I do social PR consulting, I do audits. If you are looking to see how you can combine social media and public relations and SEO into the same strategy, I'll come into a company or an agency and teach them how to do it or help them start it. So there's that aspect. And you can find me speaking at different conferences. I'll be speaking at PubCon and hopefully some of the social media conferences. And if I also do come in and do keynotes. So
yeah, it is so encouraging for me to hear your story. You are doing so successful, everything professionally at the same time. You also make time for yourself. And to me, for a long time, I almost feel like those two are kind of contradictory. Either you are being super successful, forget about yourself, or you are just all over yourself, but have no time. So you seem to have such a great balance, and I just love to hear this. It's such a great interview. Yeah, thank you.
Well, I just have to be honest. The struggle is real. I mean, it's not. It's constant work. It really is, and it's like I said. It's always a work in progress.
Yeah, at least it's be more aware of it and keep improving and working on yourself. Yeah.
But thank you.
Yeah. One parting piece of advice from you and Andy. And how can we discover more about you and social media handles? Maybe Andy can help you type in the comment section, and then we'll say goodbye.
What you want? One more piece of advice from me?
Yeah, one parting piece of advice in terms of digital detox.
I think that if you haven't tried yoga, I would highly encourage it. It's not what you think. It's not just sitting in one place and boring. I think that it's definitely worth trying. And if that's not for you, I would just really, whatever you do, pick something that you're super passionate at. If you're in social media, pick a brand that you can really get behind and you love, because you're going to end up, even though you might like social media, you're going to end up hating your job. So you want to always be doing what you're very passionate of doing.
That's great. How about you, Andy? One parting piece of advice?
I would say, if you can, even if it's twice or 3 times a week, I would definitely make it a point to, go out there and get some physical activity. A lot of people, I would say, they get burnt out because they don't have some sort of balance within their day. And I think waking up, whether if you're not a morning person, that's fine. If you want to go, after work, but just making it a priority at least a few times a week, you'll see how much that really helps you and be more productive throughout your week. And our first Digital Detox Secrets show is next week on the 10th. Yeah, so if you guys would love to attend, that would be great. We're interviewing Dr. Cates, so some great tips there.
a Facebook live show?
Yep.
Yes.
Oh, can you please like enter in the comment section the link on,
Yes.
on whose page so that I definitely want to be there.
We don't have it set up yet, but we will when we hang up.
Okay, yes. Once you have the information, please make sure to share with me because
Yeah,
I definitely want to learn more about this and to be better and to control my life, not let social media control my life. You know, I want to take control my life. Yes, this is great. And thank you so much, guys. And everyone join in the audience. And remember, if you share our interview on your social channels, and you will have a chance to win a copy of Lisa's book of your choice. She has 2 amazing books. And so thank you so much, Lisa and Andy, for joining us live and sharing everything. This is amazing. Love you guys. And I'm going to be better at engaging myself. Digital detox. Yes.
Thank you,
Thank you. Bye.
You, everyone. See you next week. Bye. Bye.
Bye.